Alright, December tier list time as my hair looks like Alf from Pikmin. Let's get into it. Emancipator pretty much hasn't done anything. It's still playable. It still has access to make the negate board. Put C tier for now. D tier is basically the lowest of the low, which if you try to play this on the ladder, I don't think you're going to be able to get out of gold. So stuff like Bujin, stuff like Nordic Beast, stuff like Ancient Warriors, Aromage, Bee Trooper, Phantom Knight, Burning Abyss, Chain Burn. There's no meme tier this time. Phantasm. For now, Witchcrafter. Eventually, with the new support, there might be something you can do with that deck, but I don't really know enough. But I'm hoping it gets out of the D tier. I like Witchcrafter. Um, So Dragon Maid is going to be up in B, and the reason Dragon Maid's going to be up in B is you now have access to the Draco Tail engine. You now have access to well, now basically you have access to the Draco Tail and the Branded engine. All of them work really well together. I prefer pure Draco Tail to branded, not branded. Sorry, pure Draco Tail and Draco Tail branded to Draco Tail Dragon Maid, but it makes Dragon Maid playable to the point where it actually can do things. So I feel like putting it in B is good enough for the deck. I don't really, and it's probably gonna move down in B, but is the first into our B tier. Arcana Force is just not viable. Danger Dark World at the moment not viable. Uh, Crusade, not Crusade, Ecclesia or whatever. It's splashable, and you'll occasionally see it in anti-meta and an anti-meta Morganite decks. Um, Flunder I'm going to put in C because Flunder actually doesn't have the worst Draco Tail matchup. And I've actually been seeing it quite a bit in Diamond. I'm still in Diamond right now. I haven't had much time for Yu-Gi-Oh! So I haven't climbed out. But it's also kind of nice because I've been getting to see how things look like after the ban list we just had in something other than Master. Because Master isn't always the most accurate representation of the meta. I like to get some of the lower tiers like Platinum and Diamond in there too to kind of see what I'm doing. Uh, you could play Altergeist. Nah, I'm gonna put Altergeist in D. I just feel like it is too slow at this point. Dark Lord also in D. D for Dark Lord. D for Dark Magician. Even with the Primate engine, the deck is just not very good. D2D is going to be up in the B tier above Dragon Maid because D2D can still make insane boards. It's definitely a sleeper deck. It's one that really depends on the pilot. The person playing the deck either makes or breaks the deck and how good the deck is going to do, in my opinion. Golden Boy, even with the new support, is still garbage. And Demian is in the D tier. It's just the deck's not going to perform very well right now. Too many disrupts. If they go first, maybe it can win, but otherwise it's just gonna have trouble. So I'm probably just gonna put it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it higher than Demian's gonna be the king of the D tier. Cubic, robots for everyone. D. Exodia D tier, even with the like Millennium deck, still D tier. Ophion and Evil Sworn Friends D tier. D Heroes D for D tier. D for D Hero. Uh, Branded and branded variants, I'm actually going to put it the king of B. I feel like branded is very strong right now, and branded Draco Tail just allows you to do even more shenanigans. Um, Fire King is still C tier. I feel like it's the king of C tier. I feel like the deck is a little bit under equipped to deal with the things above it, but I feel like it's not horrible. It's just Draco Tail being able to return instead of destroy does hurt the deck. Fiendsmith is still splashable as ever, probably the king of splashability right now. Evil Eye, D tier. Buster Blader, D tier. Crystal Beast, D tier. I'm just tossing things into D tier in no particular order. Snow is still splashable and pretty much always will be splashable as long as it's not banned. I think it's still at 1. I haven't seen it in a while. Um, Destiny Heroes, D tier. Dinosaurs, I'm going to put in C because you can always just book everything and then just kind of go off with Conductor. They always have the OTK option. I'm going to put them kind of in between Flunder and Emancipator. Actually, I'll put them above Emancipator, below Fire King. For higher, D tier, that deck is bad. Gem Knight. Gem Knight's more splashable right now because of that one monster. You'll see it in like Gem Knight tier slop. But Gem Knight as a whole, I'd probably put in C behind Flu. Gate Guardian, D tier, even though I love the deck. Photon, Galaxy Eyes stuff, D tier. Generator, D tier. Frightfur, D tier. Ghost Trick, D tier. Gimmick Puppets, C, right next to Gem Knights. You'll see it occasionally. It is popping up in the meta just randomly, doing its Gimmick Puppet OTK thing. It's happening. Heraldic Beast, D tier. Even with Rizal, this deck's pretty much dead at this point, which that makes me sad because I really like the deck, but it's just not doing anything. B for Blue Eyes. We're gonna put Blue Eyes up in B behind like the Dragon Maid Draco Tail deck. Blue Eyes is pretty decent right now. It has potential to move down to C, but we will see where it falls. Technically, Danger is splashable. Like, and we get the button to splashable, but it's technically splashable. Adding Nister, you're going to see being splashed more than played as its own deck right now. You're going to see it splashed, so Malice players can still play the deck. I think that's Ignite, and I almost forgot their name. That's how relevant they are. Infernity, also D. Infernoids, also D. Cyber Dark, Slop, D tier. It's just not playable, even with the support. Ice Barriers, you could theoretically play them right now. They're too easy to disrupt, but Ice Barrier, I think, is going to be the butt end of the C tier for now. Cyber Dragons, I'm going to put in D. The deck's just bad right now. Invoked, definitely splashable with Majestus stuff, but you're not going to see it very often. That actually needs to be probably up here in terms of how often I'm seeing it splashed. Cash is more splashable than its own deck. You will occasionally see people playing Cash as its own deck, but right now it's mainly just being splashed, and it's pretty common. The remaining unbanned Ishizu stuff is still splashable. You'll pretty much only see that in tier. Mitsu, yeah, I'm going to put Mitsu, Rizal, and Mitsu variants up in A. Pretty common, and it's still very decent and hasn't lost anything, really. Gladiator Beast in D. Gradle, D. Anti-meta, represented by Gravekeepers, is in a really rough spot right now. I'm actually going to put in, like, a medium-high D tier. Crawler, definitely D. Labyrinth. I'm putting Labyrinth in kind of like a higher C tier, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, you're out of your mind. But when Labyrinth gets going, it really just, it can actually make plays. I don't lose to it very often, but I do see it a whole lot in Diamond right now. And I have lost to it once or twice. The deck just got a little bit more support. It's really not like bad. It's just I feel like it's a little too slow. Cosmo D, please give us Cosmo support. YuGiOh, Mr. Konami, please. Inzectors D, Ballpark D. Heroes. I'm actually gonna put Heroes because Darklaw actually can kind of hurt Draco Tail, and Darklaw can actually do some things in the format. So you can sit on Darklaw and then do your other hero combos. I'm going to put it like behind Gimmick Puppet, but in front of Ice Barrier. I feel like that feels right. Malice, I'm going to put an A, and I'm still going to put Malice as better than Mitsurugi. This deck is still really annoying. It's gone and hit over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it's still hanging in there. They really just need to kill it. Lunalight, I'm going to put it as a really high B. I'm going to put it like... put behind Branded. Dolce, B. Lyrical, B. Blackwing... sorry, not B. D. D for Lyrical, D for Dolce, D for Blackwing. Rose is Archetype, definitely D. Artifacts, if any artifacts you're seeing, they'll be splashable, even though you're really not seeing them splashed right now. Azamina, probably right about here, because I'm still seeing cash more than that. Despia, the only time you see Despia is the Alabar for branded. Gears right now. I feel like right there next to Endemion's a good place for him. Aliens, so terrible. Mech Knight's terrible. Adventure. Feel like there we go. Kind of reorganize the engines tier. I feel like right there for adventure. Sprite, Live Twin. Even with Live Twin, I feel like this deck is not very good at this point. I feel like right there in D tier. Kaijus, you don't see splashed as much. Even Lava Golem, I haven't seen that much lately. So it's gonna go like right here. Marinsis is bad right now, even best of one. Magispectre bad. Mathmex are being splashed in Malice right now. That or Adagnister, because they just need more cards to be able to make the deck work at this point. Nurseburn bad. Ogotic bad. Goki bad. Menju's bad right now. Zombie variants bad. Exosister bad. Musketeer bad. We already covered zombies, but bad. Melfi, even with Melfi Sprite, bad. Monarchs bad. Mutant bad. Naturia bad. Neftis bad. Novellas bad. Umi Control bad. Numeron, just play Minkanko. It's too easy to disrupt at this point, so bad. Paleo bad. Pendulum does have the FGK back, but it's still bad. It's not consistent enough. Machine Toolbox bad. Metal Foe bad. Drytron bad. Dragon Link D tier, and we're actually gonna move Ice Jade down to D, and we're gonna move Hero down to D. Plunder bad, bad. Prank Kids are bad. Plant's bad. Already covered that. Pearly's bad right now. Bad right now. Regenesis is pretty much always a solid C tier option. I'm gonna put it like right here next to Lab. Ritual Beast, not good right now. Rocket's not good right now. That card, pretty sure that banned Rongo Bongo. Rizal is on the struggle bus as far as variants go right now. I'm actually going to put it in C. We're going to move Blue Eyes down. And then I feel like this actually is better, because even with Draco Tail, Dragon Maid still just has a hard time. Phantasm Spiral. Oh wait, Punk and Gold Pride, it's still splashable, even though you won't see it very often. Cyverse is pretty much being splashed along with the other stuff. Pretty much all the Cyverse stuff is just being splashed right now in Malice. Sprite is not good right now. Spiral's not good right now. Stardust and Archetype is bad. Sky Striker, pretty controversial, but I'm actually going to put it in the B tier next to Lunalight. Right below Lunalight, but ahead of DDD. Sky Striker is actually decent right now, and the amount of disrupts it can make is decent. It's just annoying to play against, and I see a lot of it. No one's playing Salad. No one's even splashing it. That deck's doo-doo. Doo-doo. Should all mainly splash nowadays. You'll see like a Winda, and that's about it. Not even splash very much. Doo-doo. 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 Look at all this Finkel matter that we have. Dynamorphia, just play regular Dinos. Dynamorphia is bad. That's bad. That's bad. Esquant is still bad. Samurai's dead at this point. That deck's dead. Tier pile. there, and I think I'm going to move Blue Eyes down and Labyrinth up. I feel like that's the right choice. So the only Springans card you're ever going to see is Kit, and it's going to be splashed and branded. So for that, I'm just going to rank it as the archetype and put it in D. Tenyi's bad. Weather Painter bad. Spellbook is bad. Speedroid's bad. Skull Servant, unfortunately, bad. Orcust, kind of on the same level as Mitsu. Not as good as Dormouse and Friends, but definitely decent. I think I put it too high last list. Toon's bad. Time Lord's bad. Trains are bad. Thunder's bad. Therion's bad. Constellar's bad. Trap Trick's bad. Tri-Brigade bad. Trickstar bad. True Draco bad. UA bad. Unchained, it's still splashable like U-Bell, but you really won't see it very much. Put it down there. I'm going to put it actually right here, kind of in terms of how often you're going to see the engines. The splashable is like how many decks you'll see them in typically, like how represented they are, in my opinion. Wind Up is bad right now, Watt is bad right now, Wind Witch is bad right now, same with Witchcrafter, same with Vylon, same with VWXYZ, same with Volcanic, same with Virtual World, World Chalice, Rescue, Archetype, not Rescue Ace, but Rescue, Worms. Vanquish Soul is still bad right now, one or two more formats, and maybe I already covered that. Vampires are bad right now. X-Saber's bad right now. Tenyi, Yang Xing, Sword Soul, that stuff bad right now. Yosinju is bad right now. U-Bell is like high D tier. I'm gonna put like right here under Endymion. Zephyr's bad right now. Zeus can pretty much be put in anything that overlays, and for that purpose, you're going to see Zeus quite a bit. I think I'm going to put Zeus like right here. Zeus is bad right now. Draco Tail, just based on the results and the representation, welcome to the #1 spot in the format in A tier. And Man with the Mark, I put a solid B behind Striker, but ahead of D2D, and no S tier. There's no definitive, like, just you should be playing only this deck of the format. Pretty much everything in the A tier is a viable option right now, even everything in the B tier. Heck, some stuff in the C tier you'll probably see topping events too. Probably not Dragon Maid, because if people are playing Draco Tail, they're just going to play Pier, or they're going to be playing Draco Tail branded. But who knows? It could potentially happen. That's it for the tier list. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.